Okay, we are looking at a VAT question again. It's on VAT and analysis. Okay, the information relates to Ngosi stores for the VAT period ended 30 June 2020. The VAT rate is 15%. Okay, the requirements taking into account the errors and omissions, calculate the amount that the business must pay or receive in respect of VAT. Indicate whether the amount is receivable or payable. This time I'm not going to use a T account. I'm sure now we are very much familiar with the T account. I'm simply going to be identifying the input VAT and the output VAT. Remember, input VAT is negative, output VAT is positive. So that's what I'm simply going to do. Okay, A, the amount due as per VAT control account on 1 June 2020 is 7,665. So if ever there is an amount due on the control account, it means it appeared on the credit side and it is a plus. Okay, if it was on the debit side, it was going to be a minus. Okay, so I'm going to start by recording the amount for the amount at the beginning, which is the 7,665. Okay, I'm opening a bracket here, 7,665. Okay, and then now I'll move on to the other information that is given. B, okay, VAT on goods sold. We know that goods sold, it's a plus. Why is VAT output, is it? So I'm going to say plus. Okay, the amount, they say the amount here is 37,500, but there is also an adjustment here. Sales VAT inclusive during this period were 270,250. The VAT amount shown above were calculated incorrectly, so this amount is incorrect. Let's calculate the proper one. The sales VAT inclusive, okay, the amount is inclusive of VAT. Remember what I said, when an amount is inclusive of VAT, we are going to say 15 over 115 multiply the amount that will be given. We have got 270,250, okay, times 15 over 115. Okay, let's go to our calculators. I'm sure it will give us something like 35,250. 35,250. Okay, this is the correct amount. So we are going to say 35,250. Remember, this is VAT output. I'll even indicate here output. Okay, and then what else do we have? Okay, we have what VAT on trading stock purchased, is it? Okay, remember, purchases, payments, that is out input VAT, is it? So it becomes a negative, minus 21,000. 21,000, it indicates what? Input. Okay, input VAT. Okay, let's move on to the other item. They say here VAT on returns from debtors. Okay, if debtors returned some things, remember debtors, these are customers. If they returned, it means it now becomes what? VAT input. So it's also going to be a minus 750. Okay, what else do we have? We also have VAT on goods taken by the owner for personal use. Okay, if ever the owner took goods for personal use, of course those are drawings, and it's also actually going to be a part of what? The VAT output. It's more or less like we'll treat them as if they were sold. If the owner took them, remember these goods were supposed to be sold. Okay, so it's also going to be a plus. Remember, whenever there's output, it's a plus 480. Okay, what else do we have? VAT on debtors accounts written off. VAT on debtors accounts written off. Okay, if debtors accounts are written off, that is going to be what? That is going to be input VAT. So we're going to say minus, how much is it? 915. What else do we have from the information that is given? Okay, here we are given bullet number 2, which says the VAT on discount received from creditors amounting to 870 was not recorded. Okay, so we are simply supposed to record that 870 is VAT received. Remember what I said about received, it is output, is it? So we are going to say plus 870. Okay, we also have the last item, an invoice for 1,800 VAT exclusive for stationery purchased. Already we know that is input VAT, is it? VAT exclusive, is it? There is no VAT here. Okay, so we are going to say 1,800 multiplied by 15%. I'm sure it will give us something like 270. Okay, so that is a minus 270. Okay, now we can go to our calculators to check. Okay, Remember what I said we should add and what I said we should subtract. Okay, all right. So when we check on everything here, according to the minus sign and the plus sign, you calculate it the way it is, the amount that you get. Okay, let's see, from everything that is given, we are supposed to find the amount that is receivable or the amount that is actually payable to SARS. Okay, so the final answer that we are going to get there is going to be 21,330. 21,330. Okay, the output are more than the input. Okay, whenever output is more than the input, it means 21,330 is indicating the amount is an amount payable to SARS. The amount payable to SARS. Why? Because the output is greater than the input. Okay, remember, wherever there is a plus, these are all outputs. Wherever I put a minus sign, those are all inputs. So whenever we are calculating VAT payable to SARS, is simply a matter of saying VAT output minus VAT input is equal to VAT payable to SARS. Okay, I hope you have understood that calculation that I've done. I have not done a T account here, but if you want to do the T account, you can also do it. Remember the output on the credit side and then the input on the debit side, and then you balance. Okay, thank you.